Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 14th game of the DeFris National Championship for 15 and under players. We've got home team Queensland versus away team ACT. My name's Dawn Watt, and I've got Rob Dushman here this morning. Team lists for Australian Capital Territory. Number 1, goaltender, Fiorello Arvase. Number 5, Fletcher Brown. Number 6, Alexander Ranganatha. Number 11, Bo Rumakainen. Number 16, Aaron Regina. Number 26, Finn Hartley. Number 33, Alexander Cullen. Number 55, Alexander Riley. Number 64, Aidan Byrne. Number 77, Cody Parrott. Number 80, Logan Woods. Number 87, Brock Wright. Number 90, Max McNamara. Number 91, Declan Farrell. Coaches, Mark Rumakainen. Tim Cox. Manager, Richard Arvase. For Queensland, number 1, goaltender Xavier Hale. Number 33, goaltender Issa Creasy. Number 4, assistant captain Barrett Mannix. Number 7, Dane Arthur. Number 8, Archer Spoljarevic. Number 11, Oscar Crampton. Number 17, Caden Schlenker. Number 22, Mackenzie Ouimet. Number 23, Adrian Ivans. Number 36, Nicholas Vivian. Number 55, assistant captain Sammy Rippon. Number 59, Oliver Watts. Number 67, Captain Alex Petrides. Number 68, Dominic Dobronov. Number 77, Emmett Cunningham. Number 81, assistant captain Saxon Cannon. Number 84, Gabriel Duffy. Coach Matt Meyer, Abby Brown, Ty Schlenker. Manager Christian Schlenker. It looks like we've got Casper Russell-Huber as wearing the bands, and we've got Brendan and Hayden on the lines. Rob, we've got two teams that unfortunately did not win any games yet. Both of these teams are not then eligible to play in the semis or the finals. We've got a game after this between Victoria and SA to determine second, third, and fourth for Vic SAWA. New South Wales have gone into first. These two teams, like I said, they've come in. They're a bit younger. They've got more Pee-wee play-ups. They're a bit less experienced. So these guys are looking for one win, these teams here.
Absolutely, Dawn, and good morning. Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone at home. Absolutely, look, despite the fact that these two teams won't play semifinal hockey, the mood on both sides is upbeat, the music's blaring, the kids are pumped. It's another game for them, and you're absolutely right. They'd have this game probably circled, each team for a couple of days as a game that they really want to come out and put their best foot forward. You know, and it is a learning process. The week's been a learning process for a lot of these young players on these two teams in particular. And what they take away from this, in terms of hockey and, in terms of preparing for a tournament, working through a tournament, being on the road is going to be invaluable for them going forward in their programs in the ACT in Queensland.
Absolutely. It gives them a base of where they're at, where they need to strive to be, and can go back and look at their programs. And we know Queensland's got a fantastic program. ACT struggled for a few years. I think COVID meant a lot of people not traveling in and out of ACT. But I understand that they've got some junior development happening right now.
Yeah, and the best part about this, and probably the best part about the 10 days, is ACT fielding a full complement of teams across every division, because they have missed years where they just haven't had teams in these tournaments. So it's awesome they're here.
All right, Queensland hit the puck forward. Fletcher Brown moves the puck to Byrne. ACT will put it into their zone. Rippon not pressuring. Adrian Byrne, Farrell. Byrne on the boards.
You got a penalty right
penalty.
off the start.
28 seconds into the game. So 91 blue is going to the box. Declan Farrell. Did you see the call there, Rob?
Yeah, it's tripping.
Tripping.
It was, again, it's on the near side. It's directly under us, so it was a little difficult to see, and I didn't look at the monitor quite quick enough. But definitely tripping to Farrell for ACT, and Queensland going on the power play 28 seconds in here in the first period.
All right. ACT win the draw. Puck shot around the boards. And ACT will get that out. They're going to rush down, looking for a shorthanded goal here. Here comes Byrne. Byrne with a shot. I should point out that goaltender Issa Creasy is starting for Queensland. Issa Creasy, they have 2 goalies, and ACT only have 1, Fiorello Arvesay. Queensland will rush down the ice. Saxon Cannon. He's taking off. He gets past, shoots at goalie, and that's saved.
Good save by Brown there. He tracked the puck well and cut down that angle. Cannon, sorry. That's
Arvesay.
Arvesay, sorry. I'm reading one down on the list. Tracked the puck well across and set up on a good angle there to make that save from Cannon.
Ripon can't keep that puck in. ACT on the kill. 1 minute 18 left in the penalty to ACT. They're hoping that they can get this puck down the ice. Dane Arthur, he gets that puck out and he tips it in, and it just goes under Arvesay's glove. He tried to cover it, and Dane had another whack at it, and that's a goal for Queensland. Shots 3-0 for Queensland over ACT. 1-0 is the score.
That's good work from Arthur there, just following his own shot actually right to the net. You'll see some players kind of shoot and then just peel off or keep coasting past the net and end up below the goal line, and he didn't do that. He shot. He went directly to the spot where he thought there might be a rebound, and there was loose puck, so he put his own rebound in.
All right, ACT busting through. They're back to full strength because of the penalty being killed due to the goal. Ranganatha, he'll rip it around. That'll come out. Queensland picks that up. Get it to Arthur. Arthur carries it over. Draw pass for Vivian. Arthur's there. Puck will go past. Arthur still has it. He's looking for someone to give it to. Gets it across. Doesn't hit his intended targets, so that'll go out. Now we've got Alexander Riley going to try to move the puck up the ice. Luke Mackenzie Luke was the older brother. A little bit of a crash there, but no call on the play. Here comes Vivian. Vivian sends it back to Cannon. Cannon to Vivian. Ranganatha, Riley. Barrett Mannix to Cannon. Puck still in the zone. Mannix around the net. He's got Petridis in front. He's got Vivian. He shoots. And Arvesay will cover that puck. Good job keeping them to the outside there, ACT.
Yeah, and good passage of play for Queensland. Look, we do a bit of coaching, and a lot of times with developing teams in particular, you're looking for intent. You're looking to see the intention of the play. Sometimes the execution doesn't come off perfectly, but you're looking for kids to have their heads up and move the puck around to their teammates. Even if the pass is a bit wayward, if they're making the intent and they've got the right idea, that's a positive start.
All right, good check there on the boards. Captain Petridis puts the puck behind. Nice tap from Vivian to Mannix. Sorry, that was Crampton to Mannix. Crampton on the boards. Petridis. Coach is calling for the point. There's a lot of space on the point there. Mannix. Shot saved, shot on. Arvesay, and it gets behind Arvesay, but the ACT defenseman gets that out. Here goes Cody Perrott, and he gets taken down in a penalty to, looks like Petridis. Looks like a tripping penalty. Should be pointed out that ACT has put teams in. They have needed some help from the player pool. The player pool is players who tried out for their state, but either made reserve or were cut from the squad. They have the opportunity to go play for a state that requires players. So from New South Wales, we've got Alexander Ranganatha, We've got Alexander Riley, Aiden Bird, Cody Perrault, Max McNamara, and Declan Farrell comes from WA for ACT. Unfortunately, Max McNamara, he's broken his wrist a couple of days ago.
Dear. I didn't know that one.
Yeah, we noticed he was standing on the bench the other day with just his helmet on and not playing. And I saw him this morning and spoke to him, and he's got a cast on. He's broken his wrist, so that's a big loss for ACT. He's a strong player. He was a reserve for the New South Wales team, as was Cody Perrault. So ACT on the PP here. Queensland looking just to ice that puck. Vivian's chased down. And Ranganatha gets it up to Perrault. Perrault's looking for Byrne. Sends it in, and Queensland just iced the puck bound. Fiorello sends that to the side. Good stick work there. Pardon me, Fiorello Arvise. And he'll cover that one. Minute 1 left in the penalty to Queensland. Shots are 7-0 for Queensland. 10 minutes, 8 seconds left in the period.
A little disjointed from ACT getting organized to get his own entry and get control of the puck for their power play. 59 seconds in here and back in the defending zone. They've got a line change, and we'll see how this line goes. Looks like we've got another penalty coming up.
Who do you think that penalty is to? Looks like ACT, yeah.
Slashing off the face-off, maybe. Hooking off the face-off.
Looks like a hook. Number 11, potentially. Bo Rumakainen.
Rumakainen's looking quizzically at
linesman Brendan Banks.
Brendan Banks. Yeah, so Bo would be Mark's son, Mark Rumakainen, who most in hockey circles will know. I've started out playing against Mark, and we've had a fair few battles ourselves against each other. Look, great that this team is being coached by them, because he's got a wealth of hockey knowledge. I believe he's in the national program as well as a coach. And look, if they've got him behind the bench, there's going to be some development taking place.
All right, so we've got 4-on-4 hockey for the next 34 seconds. Bit of a concern from the ACT bench there. There might have been a penalty on the play, but no call. That puck will get sent down. It will be icing if it reaches there, because it is 4-on-4 hockey, but it's called off. Nope. We've got another penalty. Looks like that's to ACT. Bit of a behind in the back check, I think, there. Saxon moves it up to Crampton. Riley touches it, and that'll be a penalty. And I think Saxon...
So that's penalty in the corner is on Cullen for boarding. And, unfortunately, there was an incident just below us where Cullen got hit into the boards. ACT were calling for a penalty. I didn't quite see it, so I'm not going to comment on it. But the bench certainly went up on the hit on Cullen. And Cullen wasn't happy about it, so play goes on, and he takes someone out in the corner, and all of a sudden he's in the box.
Yeah.
So... yeah, it's just one of those circumstances. As an official, you kind of let one go, or you judge one to not be a penalty, and right away.
Yeah. I think there was another incident, though, and he went down Cullen. I think Cannon might have given him a bit of a shove, and linesman Banks was talking to the referee, but linesmen can't call minors. They can advise on other ones, but that was something that the ref didn't see, so was unable to call.
Yeah, and I would have liked to seen that called actually on Cannon. He went out of his way, and that's just blatant retaliation. So, ACT are probably right to be a bit aggrieved right now on that whole situation.
So it's 5-on-3. Queensland penalty is over. There's a shot there, saved by Arvise. Great shot by Arvise, saving Sammy Rippon there.
I would say flashing the leather.
Yeah,
great
fantastic.
save.
I think ACT's other penalty might be over now. A little bit confused here. It does look like the first penalty should be over, or they just got it on the wrong side of the clock. I think that's what's happened here. I think there's 33 seconds left in the first penalty, and I think there's a minute 23 left in the second penalty. They've just got it on the wrong side of the board there. So it remains 5-3 for 33 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately, Casper Russell-Huber, the referee, has had to go over to explain that to ACT, and I believe right below us, Coach Mark Rumakainen is taking the opportunity to not talk about the time on the clock, but to talk about the penalty selection here early in this game.
Yeah, it's a fair situation. It's been fixed up now on the clock. 33 seconds and a minute 23 for ACT.
It's very early for them as well.
So, oh, what a save by Arvase. Great setup. Mannix over to Vivian. They really had that play set up, and Arvase just, what a save. Well done. He has just gotten better and better as the tournament's gone along. And Saxon Cannon with a shot, and that's deflected, but it goes into his face mask. He's a little shook up, but he's okay. Okay. Cannon to Ouimet to Vivian. Vivian has Watts with him. He'll take a shot. That goes wide. And that's the ACT player coming out, Bo Rumakainen. It's now 5-on-4. They'll play 5-on-4 for 49 seconds. Shots 11-0 for Queensland. Ouimet. Mannix. That puck will go across the crease. And Queensland still come up with the puck. Cannon has it. He takes a shot. Fiorello saves that one. Fiorello Arvase. Mannix in the corner. It's D's calling for it. It's just dropping it back in the corner. Riley has it. Ouimet will get it at the point. And the ACT defense blocked that, and it's now full strength. Well, I have to say, well done to ACT for killing a 5-on-3 and then a 5-on-4.
Absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic. It's still 1-0. Shots 12-0 for Queensland. And ACT have iced the puck, so they won't be able to change. Face off in ACT zone.
Yeah, great work from ACT there, getting getting those kills, 5-on-3 and then 5-on-4, a fair bit of time there. And look, they're looking for everything, every little positive thing they can take out of it, and getting a penalty kill, that's absolutely a positive thing in their game. So they'll go from here, 5-on-5 hockey for a bit.
Anganatha behind the net, gets it out to Riley. Big shot from the point, and Arvase didn't quite cover that, so the puck's still out. Queensland dumping into the corner. Pass through, and excellent save there by Arvase. I had an opportunity to talk to him yesterday. Unfortunately, he left his pants back at the accommodation, his goalie pants, and his helmet broke. So we were having a chat trying to get him some gear. And I told him I thought he was doing exceptionally well, and he said, but I let 27 in against New South Wales. I said, you had 71 shots. I said, that means you saved 44. Do you know how many goalies in the world can't save 44 shots in a game, even in the NHL? And he's, I didn't look at it that way.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's great. Great that you had that interaction. It's great when you bump into players and get a chance to chat with them off the ice, and they're such good kids at this age group. And yeah, absolutely. For him, again, you look at the positive, not the negative.
That's right.
In a very tough position to play as well.
So Perot's with the puck. He'll send it into the corner. He's got Woods there. He'll chase in. Very talented player, Cody Perot. I have no doubt when he grows, he's just a little bit smaller for his size. That he'll be a great player. We do have another penalty on the play. I think that was a late hit or an interference, Rob. Goalie is left. And ACT will gather that puck and the whistle. And Rob's shaking his head a little bit here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought that it was a bit of a late hit or interference. We'll see what calls, but
it's called a charge, and that's our modified body checking right there.
Okay.
And the defenseman carrying the puck behind the net. And look, we're going to get a replay on it. I thought the defenseman had the puck, and the hit actually was, probably within the time frame allowed. We didn't get a replay, but it was within the time frame allowed. So, you might have thought interference. I didn't see it. What I saw was a good body check, a good hockey body check. But
I think that's that chest on chest that Ice Hockey Australia has ruled out, despite it being allowed in U17s and in U15s worldwide. That is that determination to stop concussions. But we'll discuss that another time, and we will get back to the play. Saxon Cannon takes the puck over. And Cannon with a big drag, and he puts it in front, and it's saved by Arvise again. And Cody will send that puck down the ice, and Farrell's going to get there first, so it's waved off. Puts it in front, and Perrott almost with the tip in. He's mauled a little bit by Ouimet there. Mannix with the puck, steps over. Got a little bit of tussle there. Queensland in the corner. Coach is calling for the point. We get it to the point. Cannon steps around Perrott. And we'll get it to Ouimet. Ouimet will take a shot. That's deflected down. High stick, but that won't go in. Back to the point. Cannon. And big save by Arvise again. 18 shots in 11 minutes of play. And the score is 1-0 only. Puck's back up to Cannon. Perrott is on him. And that's Alexander Riley that will tap that puck out. He's going to keep going. Get a bit of a line change for ACT. Ouimet, he'll take the puck in. And that's a good hit by ACT to play the body. That's what I'm talking about, a defenseman that steps up into the body. He did shoulder to shoulder, no call. Great. That's how you move these kids out.
Absolutely.
Stop them from coming straight at the D and through the middle.
And having their heads down. It keeps the heads. Kids have to keep their heads up if they're aware of a pending check. Unfortunately, for ACT, Queensland just kind of walk in untouched on that occasion and get their second goal.
Yeah, you know what? That was just a little bit off his angle there on his glove. Great shot by Saxon Cannon. And that'll make it 2-0 for Queensland over ACT. 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in period one. Shots 19-0 for Queensland. Emmett Cunningham. He'll move the puck up to Watts. Watts will dangle it through. He can't quite control it. Cullen will chip it out. That's offside. They're still offside, and that'll be called. Interesting what you just said earlier, Rob. There's actually some literature that's coming out from overseas that says that, you know, the taking out of the body checking early on is actually teaching kids they don't have to skate around with their heads up. And in hockey, you need to be skating with your heads up. And if you knew you're getting hit from the younger ages, they do skate. They learn to skate with their heads up. They learn to avoid checks. And we're seeing a lot of players that aren't able to do that at the moment.
Definitely, Don. And they also learn from an early age how to deliver a body check that's safe and within the rules of hockey. That's the other side of the coin as well. There's both sides. I mean, we talk about it a lot, and I'm all for a late hit, an interference call, through the middle, head contact, absolutely.
Here's Watts, but he has that taken off, and that'll be a penalty. I'm not so sure about that one, Rob. I thought that Watts put himself into there and took his own legs out from a defender just chasing back. Feel a little bit sorry for Cullen there. He's working so hard end to end. I think they got the wrong player. It's Cullen. It's not that. I don't think it's that little guy. Oh, Banks is asking him. Brendan Banks is asking, are you sure it's not him? Yeah, I think they know it's Cullen, but I think they've got the wrong guy, poor kid.
They've got the wrong guy, and I don't know. They're getting a bit of the short end of the stick here in the first period, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not out there with the bands on, but I thought the Queensland player was actually on his way down before the stick went in there, and there wasn't much in it. But look. But
it is what it is. ACT are on the penalty kill Again, a minute 59 left in the period. Big shot from Ripon. Great save by Arvise. It's 20 shots. He's still at a 90% save percentage, Rob. 18 for 20. Fantastic effort for Arvise. Here comes Ranganatha. And puck's out. ACT get that puck down the ice. They'll be happy with that. Farrell's going to pressure. Bit of a dangerous move. He needs to get back in his box now. Cannon's, sorry, not Cannon. What is Cannon? Cannon's a pretty fast boy. And that puck will stay in by Ripon. He'll get a big shot. That misses wide. Schlenker in front there, can't get his stick on it, and that's iced. Well done to ACT getting that puck down the ice. 40 seconds left in the penalty, 55 in the period.
That's Arthur with that clever pass out into the slot. He plays very well, keeps his head up and finding tape.
Cannon takes the puck end to end. He'll cycle back. He's got Ripon asking for it. And Cody Perrott gets a little tick to avoid the one-timer. And Arvise, oh, that puck's gone in. Oh, Arvise couldn't quite cover it. He brought his glove on and it slipped through. Oh, that's a shame. That was a great shot from Ripon. Great shot from Ripon that he made the initial save. But ACT, they're looking a bit dejected here. I think they need to keep their heads up. Penalty's over now. That penalty will be negated due to the goal being scored. 34 seconds left in the period. ECT tapped the puck up to Cullen. Cullen gets it to Woods. Mannix. Brown. Cunningham, he's pushed off the puck by Cullen. Good bit of body there. Great save by Arvise. Mannix in front. Puck tapped up to the D. I think ACT that's the end of the period. I think ACT are a little, they're a little probably a bit shell-shocked at the size of the rink too, Rob. You talked about it earlier. You know, they play on such a small ice in ACT that just a little shot out will get that puck over the blue line in ACT, but instead it's heading right out to the defenseman. Yeah,
absolutely, Don. We did mention it in one of our previous games that we had ACT, and it is tough. It's tough for them with their systems, covering more ice. It's tough for them, like you mentioned, getting the puck out hard off the boards, off the glass. There's glass here, no glass in ACT, and it is challenging, and I guess from a fitness point of view as well, covering the extra ice for these kids is very difficult. Similarly, when ACT hosts these championships and teams have to go into that barn, it's very difficult for teams going in there to adjust. And
I'm laughing because that was us in 2018.
We
ended up with a bronze medal.
Yeah.
But it was. We just everything. They were just there. People were just there. We couldn't move out wide.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just wanted to continue on our conversation about the full checking. New South Wales has actually made a decision to, within their own state, to go back to full checking for DeFris. Ice Hockey Australia does give states within their own competitions the right to modify rules. Ice Hockey Australia has chosen to continue to play the national championships under modified rules, but New South Wales went back to full checking for DeFris this year with some modified checking for Pee Wee, simply for the reason, Rob, of that literature coming out saying that kids are learning to go through with their heads down, and defensemen are not being taught properly how to check and take players out of the play.
Yeah, and it's a great decision. And, you know, Don, these decisions aren't taken lightly. It's not just at the whim of one person or a couple of people that just decide all of a sudden, you know. People on committees, they really look at these things hard and across all perspectives, and make the best decision for the sport. And I fully
for the
agree with that
kids.
decision. And
Yeah.
for the kids, keeping safety at an absolute, top of the list in terms of, the decision-making process. So I think it's a great decision in New South Wales.
All right, we've got Queensland in the corner, pressuring. ACT had it out for a while. Cannon up on the point. He's pressured well by Cullen. He's playing great, Cullen. He's for his size. What a save by Arvesay there. Glove save. Brilliant. But yeah, Cullen, just shout out to him. He is all over the place. He is just, for his size, he's playing much bigger than he is.
And that's a great save, like you mentioned. You saw the replay there for Arvesay, and the key there is the puck stuck in his glove. He'll be trying to work on, rebound control and making sure his awareness of where the puck is at all times. A couple of those goals were just the puck just kind of, squirting out and being a little lost. So he'll continue to develop that side of his game, and he's got all the skills right now, and will improve.
Absolutely. Well said, Rob. Well said. Okay, ACT, they want to not ice that puck. They need to get down there. They need some offense here. They managed to get the puck down there. A bit of a pressure there from number 16, Aaron Regina. Petridis out to Ouimet. Great pass there over to Arthur. Arthur will line it up. He goes wide. That hits Ranganatha in front. Farrell's battling hard. Petridis gets it up to Ouimet. Ouimet hits number 87, Brock Wright. He gets it out. And Petridis in the corner. Up to Ouimet. Ouimet with the shot. That's wide. Mannix was having doing a good job blocking the goalie's vision there. And here goes number 91, Declan Farrell. ACT's had a bit of trouble getting it past the red line this period. They're working very hard in their defensive end, however. Riley gets it off of Mannix. Here's Brock Wright. Farrell's down the ice. It's 2-on-1. He rims it around. And Perrott will get there. That's a good play. Perrott puts it up, but there was no one else chasing down. They had a line change, didn't get that rebound or opportunity for a pass in front. Schlenker drops it to Rippin. Perrott will take that off him. Great pass there from Rumakainen. We've got a shot. Oh, just high from Byrne. Oh, that was a great opportunity for Byrne to put that on Isakrisi. Ranganatha around the net. He'll pass it up. Byrne. Byrne's taken out by the ref almost. Rumakainen. A shot on Arvesay. He saves that. Riley passes it up to Perrott. Perrott will send the puck into the corner, and Rippin has it. And Aiden Byrne. Cunningham with a big shot. That's a Pee Wee play up, I believe, there, Rob. Wow, what a shot from Emmett Cunningham there. Bounces off the boards, and Arvesay will cover it.
That was very impressive. That's a clapper from the blue line. Good for him.
Good for him.
We love seeing that. Look, both these teams now moving the puck quite well. Saw a great stretch pass from Rumakainen up to Byrne that sent him in alone. Queensland also moving the puck well. Short passes. Moving the puck wide, getting into the middle, going D to D. All those things will be very pleasing for Coach Meyer on the Queensland bench as well.
Queensland put it into the center, but Cullen comes up with it. He's still got it. He needs some teammates to help him out here. Farrell's back on the ice. Here's Farrell. He's going to have a shot into Creasy. Hard shot from Farrell. That was great. I think we did have was that Woods, I think, number 80. Logan Woods, he was there, but Issa Creasy did not give up a rebound.
Yeah, good positioning there from Woods. He's on the doorstep in case there's a rebound, and a good hard shot from Farrell, electing to shoot there with maybe the hope, obviously, of scoring in the first instance and maybe getting a rebound.
All right. Kept in by ACT's Brown. Cunningham has it behind the net. And he'll move it out to Mannix. Mannix to Crampton. And ACT battling here. We want to get this puck out. That was a hit in the back. Now there's a hit. An ACT bench goes up, and the arm of Russell Huber goes up. And we'll go on a power play for ACT. They're trying to pull the goalie. I think they're yelling to pull the goalie so we can get an extra attacker, but
not quite looking.
Not looking, not listening. That's all right. Queensland have touched the puck anyway. And ACT will go on, and that's a check from behind.
Yeah, that's a good call. I'm very happy with that. And that's exactly what we're talking about, against the rules, against the double IHF rules. Russell Huber's arm straight up, and, check from behind. I'm happy to see that. And
it looks like he's getting a 5 in a game, Rob.
I don't mind that. I'm particularly happy that it wasn't called boarding. Because we need to encourage, our officials in particular to not substitute that check from behind call with a boarding. So I'm very pleased with that one. And
that's right. It was very, very much in the back, like very much in the back. And boarding, you do have the opportunity for the check from behind. But Dobrinov 68 will be sitting that. I believe that was Oscar Crampton. I think that was number 11, Oscar Crampton.
It was. And it is a 5-minute penalty for ACT. That power play for ACT results out of that, and a great call by the official.
Absolutely. And if something to point out for the audience, that if ACT do score, the player does not leave the box. The 5-minute penalty is not negated if you are scored on. You must stay in there. So, teams can really capitalize on these 5-minute penalties and get multiple goals short-handed. So hopefully ACT, we've got Farrell out, we've got Rumakainen out, we've got Byrne out, big tall boys with big shots. Let's hope they can make something happen here. 3-0, 9 minutes 30 left in period 2. Shots are 26-2 for Queensland. Here's Sammy Rippon. We'll see if he's been told to ice it, or we'll see if they've been told to move the puck down for a shorty here. Looks like move the puck down. There's no attempt being made to ice this puck by any of the players.
Yeah, so I'm listening to Coach Matt Meyer say, hold it, hold it, hold it. So that's an indication they're trying to slow things down.
Slow things down and potentially, as I said, look for a shorty there. So ACT need to move their feet. They need to get moving. They can't be skating out of the zone not moving. And here we go. Farrell's got it again. He just gets that off his stick, mishandles it. Ranganatha's got a bit of pressure from Mannix. Gets it to Riley. Byrne's got Parrott here. Byrne on the blue line. Tips it in. Nobody there. Saxon Cannon will rush that down the ice. He likes to take it end-to-end. He's a bit of a defenseman that likes to score goals, and he does that. He gets a shorty. So that'll be 4-0 Queensland. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in period 2. Shots 28-2 for Queensland. Still fantastic effort. We've got a timeout being called by ACT. Still a fantastic effort by Harvesay. 24 shots in a period and a half. That's, not a lot of goalies in this tournament are taking that many shots.
Absolutely. ACT call a timeout to regroup here. And you mentioned Cannon. He's developing into a very solid player. He's got good skating. He loves to stick handle. You can see just a little rough with the stick handling, but it's going to develop. He's going to have very good hands if he keeps on his development path. And his hands and stick handling there probably resulted in that goal. A good shot, good finish.
Yep.
But, he moves the puck up the ice well. Power play ACT, it's a bit of a transition. I think the timeout is, what I see on the power play is they're not making the transition to having the man advantage. They're so used to sitting back and having to play defensively that you notice, 4 skating backwards, sometimes 5 skating backwards on the power play. So I believe Coach Mark Rumakanen's just getting it into their heads that, look, on the power play, we need 2 forecheckers in hard. We need to be going forward. We need to be attacking. The aim is to score a goal here, and they have to prevent a shorthanded goal and all that. But look, he wants them attacking. This is their opportunity to get some shots on goal and some offense. So we'll see if they make that transition to 2 forecheckers on the puck and going in hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Just really coming out of that zone quite slow. And I think, after the games they've had to play this week, they are a bit nervous. They're just trying to get that puck out over the blue line. And as you say, realizing they need to transition to offense and a man advantage. 3 minutes 15 left in the penalty for Queensland. They have done a line change, it looks like, Rob. So we've got Perrott, Cullen, and Woods on forward with Hartley and Brown. And Queensland come up with the puck. No ice. They're not going to ice that puck. Nicholas Vivian. And there's Woods. He needs Perrott there or Cullen. They needed to chase in, as you know, get in a passing position.
There's some forechecking from
There's
them.
Woods. There's Cullen. Oh, just misses his stick. It was a good idea. A really good idea. Hartley will pass it up to Cullen. Cullen across. He's looking for Woods, but Ouimet gets his leg on it. Need ACT to play clean here. They've still got 2 minutes left in the penalty. Queensland iced that puck, but we need ACT to stay out of the box and still remain 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. Got to change. Rumakanen's back out on the ice. A high shot there from Vivian. Pass out gets on Queensland's stick. Petridis has it, and Petridis will score. That's a bit of an error down in the corner there by the defenseman to not just chip that puck out.
Yeah, a little bit of stick handling there, trying to stick handle out of the zone, and Petridis has been all week. Petridis has been a standout for Queensland. He never stops. He forechecks properly. There's no flybys with him, and he gets rewarded there with stripping the puck from the ACT defense and going in alone.
Okay, we've got Rumakanен, we've got Farrell, we've got Byrne. Minute 43 left in the penalty to Queensland. ACT will accidentally ice that puck, I think. Rob, not what they wanted to do on a power play, have a face-off in their own zone.
That was just a stretch pass up to Byrne that was just a little wayward on the wall side. Went by Byrne at a great rate of knots and up the full length of the ice for icing here.
ACT win the face-off. Farrell there. Riley behind the net. Oh, he tries to get it out. He puts it on Queensland's stick, but that'll be shot over the net. Cunningham takes that puck out. Knocked back in by Queensland. Everyone's clear. Ranganatha finds Farrell. Farrell steps over. He tries to beat Rippon. Rippon holds him up. Rippon has the puck. And Arvise needs to get in his net. Riley to Farrell. Farrell knocks it up. And shot right back in by Rippon. Ranganatha. 44 seconds left in the power play for ACT. Ranganatha to Farrell. Sorry, Riley to Farrell. Riley to Byrne. Byrne. Riley's got it. He'll chip it out. It gets out. Here goes Byrne. Byrne will break through. He's there. He just gets pushed off by Rippon. He's just so strong, Rippon. And that'll get sent down the ice by...
We're going to have an elbowing penalty here against the ACT.
Okay, so...
Farrell.
He gave him a little bit of a bump. He's gone straight to the box himself. He's taken himself to the box. Looks like it was Cunningham that might have been the receiving end of that elbow.
Yeah, it's just, right idea, but just on the finish of the check, the elbow kind of followed through up, so not the shoulder, leading with the shoulder. So good call there.
5 minutes 12 remaining in period 2. Queensland versus ACT. Queensland lead 5-0. Shots on goal 30-2 for Queensland. That puck is out, and we've got Brock Wright was trying to move. There's a penalty now.
Yeah, so
that's to Queensland.
That's the north-south hit right there. So, and so the other side of the coin, I guess, it's very difficult for the officials because they're actually being asked to modify the black and white of the rules as well. And you see the call here is charging.
And that's not a charge. But that's the call they've been told to make. If it's a north-south hit, that's normally a clean hit anywhere else. And charging is very, very, very much in the definition of running steps.
Yeah. So it is hard for the officials. They're being asked to make calls that really don't exist. That's not a charge by the rules, but they've been asked to substitute that in when these situations here arise that they have to call these modified rules.
So we've got Petridis up to Watts. Watts bobbles the stick a little bit. Ranganatha gets that off of him. That'll stay in by Dane Arthur. Petridis to Watts, I thought, but no, it's Mimet. That puck's out. It's 4-on-4 hockey now for the next minute and 6. ACT will have a power play for 12 seconds. We met. Arthur looking for Petridis. Ranganatha will get that puck. Ranganatha looking for Perrott there. Petridis takes the puck over the blue line, and he keeps it in. Goes it to Oliver Watts. ACT try to get out, but again, just throwing it back on Queensland stick. Ouimet takes a shot, that's high. And here goes Byrne, and here's Byrne. He's got it. He's got this puck. He's looking. Oh, he goes for the deke, and Issa Creasy there with the leg pad. Great attempt by Byrne there. And Ouimet with a shot, and it's unfortunate, right? I think Arvise didn't have his stick fully on the ice there. It might have just been lifted.
And I shot there by, it was Ouimet, wasn't it?
I think it was Ouimet, yeah.
Sorry, by Ouimet. Look, it was off the back of a, great save. Great save by Creasy, and that often happens in hockey, doesn't it? The goalie makes a great save at one end, puck goes up the other end, and goal. So, a bit unfortunate for Byrne there. He's probably one of the faster players, if not the fastest on ACT. So he was off to the races, had a good opportunity, but Creasy got the better of him in that instance.
All right, so Cullen trying to get the puck over, and Cunningham. Perrott falls down. Cunningham has it. He's holding his stick with his hand over his knob there, the end of the stick there, the knob on the end of the stick, Rob. And I've not seen someone skate like that before. That was interesting. Smoldarovic gets taken off of him by Perrott. Perrott up against Rippin. Probably one of the smallest guys versus one of the biggest guys. He's still going. And Cunningham will get that out to Dobranov, sorry. Rippin. We've got 5-on-5 hockey. Vivian to Rippin. Rippin, that's wide. Number 5 trying to get that out. Arvise knocks that down. ACT get right back in their positions there. They're playing all right. They're playing a good, 5 of dice there. And they're getting right back in their positions. And we've got Rumakainen. He's got an opportunity, but Rippon has the puck. See what Rippon's going to do here. He's going to skate it. And that's offside, unfortunately. It looks like number 36, potentially Nicholas Vivian, might have gone offside. Treatis takes the face off and wins it back. Ouimet chips it up. Burns battling. No icing there. That was over the red line. Mannix on Ranganatha. Burns got the puck. He's with Rumakainen. Here goes Byrne. He's up against Arthur, and Rumakainen knows not to take that over. Farrell with the shot, gloved by Creasy.
We've got 50 seconds left in period 2 where we'll do a nice clean after that. So teams will get a breather. Coaches will get to have a bit of a talk to the players and outline a few things for their last 15 minutes of the tournament.
Yes, okay. 50 seconds, 32-4 the shots for Queensland, 6-0. Parrott versus Cunningham. Brock Wright. He's trying to battle. Cannon will get that out. And number 16, Aaron Regina. I haven't seen much of him today, but he's battling. He's up against Cunningham. And there goes Alexander Riley. He's got the puck. He's with Rippon. He puts a shot into the corner. He needs ACT to be busting in. Brought on Rippon. He's going to pass the puck over to Cannon. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Cannon looks up at the clock. He knows when he's got to shoot. And Arvise makes that save and covers it.
Great save.
That was a great save by Arvise. Fantastic.
And again, puck out in front of him. He knew exactly where it was and pounced on the rebound. So that's great for him. Great way to finish. And, he's been a big part of these 2 periods. 33 shots, 6 goals. He should be very, very pleased with that. And,
absolutely.
It's hard to stay positive. It's hard to be a goalie. And, it's fantastic for him. So 33-4 the shots, and as I mentioned, teams will regroup now. Dawn, 6-0 for ACT. That's not terrible.
No.
And Queensland will also go into their room and talk about a few things to come out and work on for the last 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, that's right. Then, as I said, ACT goalie with over 80% save percentage. That's I'm pretty pleased with that. But yep, we'll have a break too, so we'll be back in about 6 or 7 minutes. Welcome back, everyone, to period 3 of game 14 of the Kurt DeFris 15 and under championships. It is 6-0 for Queensland over ACT, and the shots are 33-4 for Queensland. ACT come out firing. They've got a shot there. Cannon will move the puck up the ice. He's still got the puck. Byrne doesn't get it off of him. Brown takes that off of him. He's looking to get it to Byrne. Perrot's got the puck. Can he chip it out? He can chip it out. Here goes Byrne. Byrne against Spoljarvik. And that hits Cunningham. Locks the stick out. Farrell dumps it in. Byrne's there. Byrne tries to get it around Cannon. Probably should have just took the shot there. And I think that's going to be an ice on Queensland.
This pass just a little bit too far for Watts there. Goes down the ice for icing. You see ACT started out in a good defensive zone system there that led to the turnover. Cody Parrott, no stranger to a box +1 in as a defensive system. Just intercepted the pass in good position, chip off the boards, and all of a sudden ACT are attacking. So that's good to see from them.
Ranganatha, really good win on the draw there by Rumakainen. Ranganatha couldn't keep that in for the one time. We've got an injured player, Cullen's down. He's been hit. I don't know if there's an arm up on the play. I don't think so, Rob. I don't think there's a penalty on that.
Yeah, I didn't. He just spun around a little awkwardly. I didn't see much in it. Alex Cullen's had a game. He's been all over the place in the action.
He's holding his shoulder. Yeah, his collarbone.
Yeah,
I think we got collarbone issues.
Twisted the wrong way.
Yeah.
Went down the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a game. He's been involved. He plays bigger than his size, unfortunately he's up holding his collarbone. So yeah, I didn't. The officials are having a bit of a talk about it, as they should, which is great. But he just kind of got spun around awkwardly there.
Yep. Yes. I'm not sure if we've got the medic coming, so we're gonna get him off here. So the officials are having a conversation there. They come to a conclusion if there's going to be a penalty on that play.
Taking him off to on the closest gate.
Okay. Yep. Looks like Dad might be there. And the medic is now attending to him. Still a bit of a conversation happening. I think there might have been something on that. I'm not sure if the linesman saw it. Again, it needs to be a 5. Or I think they can do a bench minor, but I don't believe they can do just a simple minor.
No. They can let the referee know what they saw. Just that's always good practice. But that was a tricky one. I'll stay out of it. It's unfortunate for ACT, though. As I mentioned, I've watched Cullen for 2 periods, and he's a pit bull. He's all over the place. He doesn't shy away from any of the bigger players. It's this age group you get some size difference. I've commented on that a few times. Players, a few, Ginsburg under 13 players playing up into DeFris. But it's also the time in these players' ages where some grow and some are a little bit later to hit a growth spurt. So you do get some small players against some big players.
Okay. So number 81. So he's going to the box. This is interesting because, again, arm didn't go up. Confirmed with the linesman. Can't just be a minor, I don't think. So okay,
we'll see what's going to happen here with the time.
Yeah, we're going to get an explanation here. If we could listen to what the Russell Huber is going to tell the coach here. Looks like he's giving him a 5 without the major, but I don't think that's allowed in junior hockey.
Yeah, that's the major penalty rule has been changed this year in the IIHF rule book. That gives scope in senior levels of hockey for a 5-minute major to be called for certain infractions without the automatic game misconduct coming along with it. Junior hockey, as I understand it, all 5-minute majors
Correct.
come with automatic game misconduct.
Yeah. So they're actually going to remove him from the box. So I think
there's still some deliberation going on. Cannon's got his hand on the
gate.
On the gate. No time on the clock yet.
Watts is heading over there. And it does look like it is going to be a 5 in a game. Because Cannon is leaving the box. I haven't understood what it was for it to be 5 in a game.
There's been no signal.
There's been no signal.
End of the day, that's what we expect the officials to do when something like that happens. Injury on the play. They got together and had a good talk about it and decided correctly to call a 5-minute penalty and associated, so the automatic game misconduct that goes along with it.
So Oliver Watts will sit the 5 for Saxon Cannon. And ACT go on another 5-minute power play. Let's see if they can put a puck in the net here. So Rumakainen trying to battle. Arthur's wasting time there. He gets it to Wimet. It comes around to Ranganatha. Ranganatha fires it on. It's blocked. Byrne back up. That's kept in by Riley. And here comes Wimet. Wimet will get the shot away. He does not. Right. Ranganatha's there. And here goes Byrne. Byrne's got Rumakainen with him. He's also got Farrell. Queensland get that puck off ACT, get it back down. ACT need to regroup here. Riley sees Rumakainen. That's a good pass. And Sammy Rippon sees Mannix. He's going for the big stretch pass. Mannix has got the puck. And Byrne gets back. Excellent job by Byrne. And that puck's covered by Arvise.
It's a great pass from Rippon from his own zone. And as you point out, Byrne with the good body check there to take that shot away.
Face off in ACT zone. 3 minutes 40 left in the 5-minute penalty to Queensland. 12:31 left in the game. Shots 34-4 for Queensland. Mannix. To Ranganatha. Alexander Riley sends the puck in the middle, a bit dangerous there, but that's where all his players were.
Ranganatha wearing 2 different colored gloves, Dawn.
Why, yes, he is, Rob. That is an interesting observation.
How's that for a keen eye?
A keen eye. Here goes Sammy Rippon, end to end. He takes it back into the defenseman and has it taken off of him. Ranganatha sends it out. Woods is there. Here goes Alexander Riley. He's got Woods with him. He'll put it on net. Creasy will make ease of that. Here comes Vivian. Riley's tied him up well. He's not getting the puck out. He does. It's going to be an icing. No icing, of course. There's a penalty on the play. Ranganatha. Oh, he was looking for Perrott, but the coach called Perrott off at the last second. Queensland come up with it. He's giving it to Byrne. Here goes Byrne. He's got Farrell with him. Mannix couldn't make a shot. Ranganatha stopped that. Ranganatha's been pretty solid for this ACT team on defense. Here goes Riley. Riley to Byrne. Byrne with the shot. And a great save by Creasy with his blocker there. That saw net. We met Arthur. We met behind the net. Minute 35 left in the 5-minute major to Queensland. Byrne has the puck. Rumakainen let it fly. That's knocked into the netting by Creasy.
You could say by Creasy there, using the blocker 2 in a row, actually. And Byrne with the shot through the screen, which can be a little tricky, but Creasy picked it up well and off the blocker, directing it into the corner, importantly. So that's good rebound control for him. That's obviously what goalies intend to do with the blocker, to put it in the corner, so there's no secondary shot on goal.
Excellent little play there. Oh, they had a set play off the face-off, and excellent try by Brown there, just high. Finn Hartley battling there, but it's taken off the run by Dobrinov.
I've solved the glove mystery.
Is someone else wearing the same? Oh, we've got Arvise. It's under him. They will blow the puck. Do you see someone else wearing the other two? I do.
Yeah, so there's the glove mystery solved.
Number 5,
Brown is wearing 2
Fletcher
different
Brown.
gloves as well. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think that's a mistake. I want to say they've probably just gone, hey, let's wear different gloves.
Probably. I don't know how I feel about that. Gloves are pretty yucky. I'm not ever wearing anybody else's gloves in a million years. All right, Cunningham behind the net. Mannix. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham is playing so well for, like I said, I believe he's one of the Pee Wee play-ups. And there's an arm up.
Yeah, Woods with a bit of a wayward check there,
Yeah, okay.
a little bit after the play, and as soon as that happened, it was Woods on Cunningham. As soon as it happened, Woods gave Cunningham a bit of a pat on the back, saying my bad, and I love that. I think that's great sportsmanship. It's a 6-0 game. Woods was aware right away that just crossed the line. It wasn't malicious or anything like that. But as soon as it happened, his concern went for the Queensland player. So that's fantastic. End result, 2-minute minor for him, and we're going to play some 4-on-4 hockey for a little bit here.
For 18 seconds, that's right. So the shots have been 2-1 this period in favor of Queensland. Not a lot of shots for 6 minutes of play. 10 seconds left in Queensland's penalty. Ouimet has the puck. And that's the 5-minute major expired. So Queensland have killed 2 5-minute majors this game. Well done to them. Oh, that's
a bit unlucky.
Oh, no, we've got Ouimet. The puck has come up. He's holding his collarbone. He's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's just unlucky. That's a shot that went up off the blade of Ouimet's stick and into his own sort of collarbone area. He's giving it a rub, and
he's got a bit of a smile on his face there. I think he's all right.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, there's a mark. That's going to leave a mark.
That's going to leave a mark.
He's all right. And you know what, Don? He's got his neck guard on, as all the players do, and that actually took a little bit of the impact of the puck for him, the neck guard. So that's great as well.
Okay, they were just looking for a medic here. Okay. Medic is on their way. All right. So we've got 5-on-4 now. Queensland come onto the power play. Mannix steps over. Good save there by Arvise. Puck's back to Arthur. Arthur finds Cunningham. Cunningham pressuring. That's sent down the ice by Ranganatha. That's good clear of the puck by ACT. And ACT keep that in. Farrell, he's going to take a wide and high shot. He probably had about 30 meters. He could have walked that in there, Rob, before he took the shot. But he got the shot away. Arthur. Arthur sends a puck down the ice. Oh, it looked a bit offside to me there. Feet were in the zone, stick was out. And it won't matter because the puck's out over the boards.
Yeah, they've tried that a couple of times this morning. Arthur up to Mannix. Mannix likes, that's his spot on the power play. He's the far blue line guy, so he's the stretch player on the power play breakout. So Arthur up to Mannix in that case there. I didn't get a good look at it, but I trust that your judgment on that, whether it was offside or not. Either way, it wasn't called. We had no whistle. And puck out of play will cause a face-off in the ACT defending zone here.
Here goes Aiden Byrne. He's going to take it around to Spoljarevic side. And Schlenker. Byrne gets the puck again. He gets it around Rippin. He puts it in front. Right there, but with his stick not on the ice. It's kept in by Hartley. Rippin looking to set it up. He'll give it to Watts. ACT's penalty is over. They killed that penalty, Rob. Very well. Good for them. 36-5 are the shots for Queensland. 6-0. 7 minutes remaining in the game. Hartley. Hartley will skate it. He gets it up to right. Wright falls on the play. We haven't seen Cullen back, so I think he's being still attended by medics. Oh, great initial save, and then Cunningham misses the rebound. Here's Rippin to Cunningham. Shot wide. And Byrne gets the puck. He's knocked it out. That's offside. Queensland don't realize it's offside. They're trying to get out. They've got to clear the play. New South Wales want to get this puck out of the zone. And that's out. Perrott. He's battling. Queensland come up with it. Oliver Watts. Duffy with a shot. High and wide. Hard shot for a little guy. And ACT have the puck. Here goes Byrne. And that's taken off of him by Vivian. And that was offside. Watts went slightly offside.
They were caught on a line change, ACT, and resulted in pretty much a 2-on-0 for Queensland, and they put themselves offside, unfortunately. 5:54 here in the third period, Dawn, and score still 6-0. And I would imagine one of the goals that Coach Drew McCannon set for his team this period would be to win the period. You talk about, kind of smaller goal setting within a game. That would probably be one of the goals that he set for his ACT team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so far, so good for them.
So far, so good. 5 minutes 39. There hasn't been a goal yet this period. Shots are 5-1 for Queensland this period. Queensland winning 6-0. Can you see what's happening down there with Ouimet, Rob?
I'm just having a look to see if he's back on the bench. He's not. He's being looked after in the dressing room, and he'll be well looked after by the medical staff here.
Okay. So that puck is out of the zone by Rippin. Ranganatha, he's pressured by Mannix. Ranganatha sends it around. Right, Alexander Riley will try and get that puck out. It goes to the point. Ranganatha sends it around. He needs his players to get on the boards there. Rumakainen. Big hard shot from Dane Arthur on the point. Vivian sends it in as well. And here goes Farrell. Farrell loses it. He sends it in. He's got Rumakainen and Woods. Farrell's there. Oh, he can't get it. Petridis is going to move it down the ice. Petridis has Mannix. That's onside. And Ranganatha takes it off Petridis. Well done there. So we've got Alexander Riley. And Woods gets it out. Vivian puts it on Farrell's sticks. Got the shot. No, Arthur, good job there. Gets his stick in the way, which Could have been a pretty hard shot there from Farrell. Riley, that's out. That's offside. They'll be calling that offside. You know, I don't think I've seen Adrian Ivans out today. Have we seen number 23, Adrian Ivans? I haven't called that name yet. Is he on the bench?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I wonder if he's carrying an injury. Yeah.
Good opportunity by ACT there off the back of a turnover and a cross-ice pass. Good defending by Arthur. He's been impressive today for Queensland. I think he's got a goal. He's been dangerous in setting up and, plays in the attacking zone and playing a bit of really good defense as well.
Queensland will move the puck out of their zone. Duffy passes it up to Schlenker, and that'll be icing. It was just shy of the red line. 3 minutes 43 remaining in period 3. 6-0 is the score. 38-5 were the shots for Queensland. Running a little bit behind schedule due to the couple of injuries. The next game is Victoria and SA. It is a big game for the DeFris tournament. It will determine the second, third, and fourth place standings for the tournament. Probably going to be starting about 10 minutes behind schedule. ACT chipped the puck down. I believe that will be an icing call.
And Sammy Rippon winning the race there. I think you'll probably agree. Rippon's been one of the better defensemen in this DeFris tournament for Queensland, and I've been very impressed with him. He's a very large individual, and look, he doesn't play with a malicious bone in his body, and I guess he could go out if he wanted to and really do some damage on these smaller players, and he doesn't. He plays in great spirit. He's going to be a very good defenseman going forward. He moves well, defends well, and he can shoot the puck as well.
Yes, he can. All right, there's a penalty coming to Perrott there. That was a little bit of a shove. Interference. How about that? I thought the player had the puck. No, Rob shaking his head.
I thought the puck was going. I thought, Parrott probably could have pulled out of that check, and just mistimed. There's nothing that happens in hockey, and that's just the definition of an interference right there. It's a good call from the official, and Rippon on the scene to prevent his player from getting angry and possibly losing that power play. So good for him as an assistant captain.
All right, Rippon will take the puck back. He'll get the puck, but that doesn't go to the target, so Riley's here. Riley's going to send it in. Picked off by Queensland. Good check by Riley there. And ACT need to ice this puck. Didn't quite. They sent it into the bench. That'll probably be faced off in their zone.
Rue McKinnon having a bit of a smile. I think it just came off the stick a little funny. Again, right idea, which is what you want to see. The puck hits his stick, and he's automatically, immediately thinking to ice that puck on the PK. So that's what you want to see. But the execution over the boards is a little bit wayward.
A little bit wayward. That's a shot from Arthur. Initial save made. There's a bit of a scrum there. Another save by Arvise.
And that's his 40th shot, Dawn.
40 shots. Rob, so impressive. Oh, almost put into his own net by Farrell there, but Arvise was paying attention. Rumakainen on the boards. Back to the point. Rippon, bit of a clapper. Great save by Arvise. Fantastic, well done.
Yeah, great shot from the point, deflected, and Arvise on his angle out of the crease, and again, I mentioned rebound control. Fantastic. That puck stuck, no rebound, and as a result, we still have a 6-0 game, 2:09 left in the third period.
Battling Brown and Schlenker. Cunningham, back to Schlenker. Schlenker moves it to Arthur. Good play there. Arthur's going to let it go. I can just see this. He does. Well over the net. Vivian out. Arthur has it. Arthur doesn't shoot it. Dobrnov's calling for it on the point. Dobrnov taps it in. And that puck is sent down the ice by Fletcher Brown. Byrne is chasing for it. He'll get there. Oh, he does get the shot away. Hits the goalie in the chest. It's kept in by Hartley. Byrne's there. He fires it on, and Creasy saves that well.
Yeah, Byrne's been impressive for ACT the whole game. He's dangerous. He's got long legs. He can skate. He can shoot. And often with some of these bigger players that have a growth spurt, it's going to take them a little bit to grow into their bodies, as we say.
Yep.
But he's going to be a good one.
All right, and that was on the penalty kill too, Rob. So well done to ACT on that. 7 seconds left in Parrott's penalty. Petridis gets mocked up with Mannix. That's out. That puck is out. Perrot's out of the penalty box. There goes Rumakainen. Put in by Duffy. Clear. Petridis back to Mannix. And Ranganatha to Perrott. Perrott will go. He's going to get that pass. Gets it to Farrell. Farrell, Rumakainen. Rumakainen shoots very wide. It was a good setup there. Good little play. Here comes Petridis. Riley goes to take him out, and Petridis loses the puck. Farrell sends it out, or he sends it to Duffy's stick. A bit of a collision there. Here goes Rumakainen. He's got Farrell. He's got Riley. Rumakainen fans on it. And you see he'll cover that. With 25 seconds left in the game, Queensland leading ACT 6-0. Shots 41-8 for Queensland.
Attacking zone face-off for ACT. They'll give you a chance to, for the last roll of the dice here, for them to get that goal.
Let's see if they can win this draw here. It's Perrott sent out. Is it kept in? It's not kept in. Brown fumbles with it. Here goes Cunningham. 16 seconds. Cunningham, great save. Oh, no, it goes in. It gets up over the blocker there. That's Cunningham, I believe, was that? No, who scored that goal? Have a look at the replay here. Nope, replay was at the wrong end.
Yeah, it's a good
wrong
shot.
Camera. Okay.
A bit unfortunate for ACT to give that one up with 14 seconds left.
And it was, because you know what? They would have tied that period. And I think that would have been the first period, I think, that they tied in the game. And that would have been, an excellent achievement for them. So 6 seconds left. Kept in by Byrne. They're still going, ACT. They're still battling. And that's game. So 7-0 Queensland over ACT. Shots are 42-8. And that's game. And we'll be coming back with different commentators for Vic SA. Again, a very, very important game for this tournament to determine placings for the semifinals that will be on this afternoon, starting with game 1 versus 4 at 2:50 p.m.
And well played for both of these teams. They're going to take a bit out of this, both sides. Queensland are in a bit of a transition for their program, and they get the win, so they're not going home without a win. And ACT, look, again, as you mentioned, almost drawing that period. And look, the fact that they're here, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, that's fantastic for their program going forward as well. So that's it from here, and we'll be back probably later tonight, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think we'll be back this afternoon. I think we're doing a lot of the finals. All right. Thanks, say everyone.